This land is our land now. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here. Make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essex Cribble, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it. We have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer room, not one sherriga, not one mommy, not one guinea, not one whitey, not one sapodilla. We are a peaceful people, struggling we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is our land now. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here. Make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essex Cribble, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it. We have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer room, not one sherriga, not one mommy, not one guinea, not one whitey, not one sapodilla.
Power check. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. Facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way out the country looking, man, they left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them put we on the map. The men them look healthy. The girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government walk. The government walking. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking Guyana. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them the 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 little finger. The government working. 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 Don't mix me with politics. I yes, that Guyanese critics. I just want the country fixed. Man, I come for some kicks. Can later bumper fake. We call it a camera trick. And if you rest it to me, I still give it some licks. The government working. 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 The government. This is for the hater. For the hater. This is for the hater. We're running down Guyana. For the hater. For the hater. Show them little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them the little finger. Government working. The 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 government working. Now don't mix me. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. The government working. I don't do politics. Just get jacket, right? Get jacket. Walking. Walking. They're walking. Them walking. They're walking. Now I said them walking. A little mix me. I don't do politics. Yo, nobody not selling out. We talking facts. Facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way out the country looking, man, they left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them put we on the map. The men them look healthy. The girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government walking. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking.
Hey yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Yeah. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughters. And we have the land here where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah those disaster. I feel nice we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana this breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one shop falls. Plus we have the land are the nicest. Match time, my city. Are the hypest. We see them gyal a wine up in a some liquor tight dress. We a hustle from morning till night. Catch them finno Guyanese. Get a youth not like rest. House and car them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond. Them thing priceless. Timber bauxite. Then check the aisle next. GDF. Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar. Nor the rice yet. So a Marshall. I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation. That's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo. Them with them Guyanese and Kakayana. That's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughter. Is we have the land, what many ask for, we never see Katrina or those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city, girl born in gold dust, so we sure them pretty. The man full of faith, we know none must slippy. Guyana we say big up on the city. Enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Hello, Wagwan. I the nuclear family. Hey, master, one up fully. A one-time records. A 592. We think that. Hello, Wagwan.
Hey, yo, my G, where you from?
Guyana.
Ghana?
No, Guyana. Hello, Wagwan. Yeah. I came from a land. It have many water, many great sons and many daughter. And we have the land, yo, where many ask for. We never see Katrina, nah, those disaster. I feel nice, we come from the golden city. Girl born in gold dust, so we show them pretty. The man full of faith, me nah know none must slippy. Guyana, me say big up on no city. Cause this is the dear land of the free. Land of the many waters, resources and trees. Land of the rivers and seas. I proud, Phoebe, Guyanese. Land of the Amerindians, the Africans, the East Indians. And Portuguese, not to mention the Europeans and the Chinese. Them feel blessed from Guyana beach breeze. Cause enough people tour around the world and ask about Guyana, but don't know where that is. That is the last city of El Dorado in the world. That is the land where we live. Land of the biggest one drop falls. Plus we have the longest floating bridge. We from South America. Some say the Caribbean, but still a thanks we a give. Alright, 1, 2, mic check. You from gravity are the nicest. Match time, my city are the hypest. We see them gyal a wine up in a some liquor tight dress. We a hustle from morning till night. Catch them finno Guyanese. Get a youth not like rest. House and car them finno we like press. Check the bank line them. We not like check. We got gold and diamond. Them thing priceless. Timber bauxite. Then check the aisle next. GDF. Miami is the finest. I mean I talk about the sugar, nor the rice yet. So a Marshall, I drop the Guyanese bomb. For feed the nation, that's the Guyanese plan. Big up a kilo, them with them Guyanese and Kakayana. That's where them Guyanese from. People tour around the world and ask about
We're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. From your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, your toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most.
It's where people meet. We're wired to your world. We got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It's the 16th of December, 2025. Just a second. Rag the record. Right. Okay. Oh, ah. Mm. Right, guys. Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, despite we're starting at a bit of a later time. I needed to confirm some information first. Um, Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the wonderful Guyanese you are. No matter which part of the world you're joining us from, happy to have you here this morning. Oh Lord. Right. So it's like I didn't even know where to start. I see. So, how many people know Lucky B? How many people know Lucky B? Apparently, this guy was uh artist, musician, and I don't know, like he something on with the head top. I guess something similar to Annie, and he's been he's ride one of these modified bicycles high up in the air and stuff. And we've been seeing videos with him online, not in his best light. But I came across a video and I was like, sometimes mad people just make sense. Sometimes mad persons make sense. You have to listen to them sometimes. So maybe they may need to start listening to what Annie says and not brush away everything as madness. Because Lucky B gave us a revelation. I don't know when he did the video, but I just saw the clip of a section of his video, one of the videos that he would probably he would have uploaded. But it was 1,000,000% facts. Merry Christmas to all my Livewire family, friends, followers, and remember, guys, follow the pages, subscribe to YouTube, share the live, share the live, share the live. Let's jump into this one quickly. Lucky B. Yeah, I know he's living canal number 1, right? Oh, people in Maracaibo finally wake up. People calling Maracaibo since what o'clock and can't get nobody in Maracaibo. Nobody. But apparently, Maracaibo internet does only work when certain people want it to work. If you know, you know. Anyway, so back to Lucky B. So let's listen to Lucky B here for a minute. As Lucky B gives us gold. Lucky B, imagine somebody who persons are alleging is a madman could have such an assessment. And us, Ganesh, morning to you, brother. Hope everything is doing well with you, Ganesh Rambali. my old school colleague, classmate, I should say. Lucky B. So listen to this.
Now I see why y'all select Mohammed as y'all opposition leader. Y'all is the fucking mocking stock and the laughing stock of the Caribbean. For y'all opposition leader facing extradition charge and he now going to office. Y'all is the mocking stock, not me.
You catch what Lucky B give you there? You see the little gem? That's 50-carat gold Lucky B just gave us. Imagine our member of parliament who is aspiring to become the opposition leader before the first day in public office. He already facing extradition. Already got the indictments his name. People trying to get him out the country to face those charges. And we got so many Guyanese right now who have jumped on this blue train. And I'm wondering, are you assessing the same situation? Are you looking at the same things? It's trouble in this place, people. Some madman got to come and tell us or to spell it out to us as Guyanese. I think we should be a little ashamed. I think we should be a little ashamed. Now, that aside, Natasha St. Louis again. Heaping and harping over cash grant. You collected because we care grant for that little boy you're calling a husband? Did you collect it because we care for him? And sir, you came to me on Princess Street talking about, that's my wife. Your wife don't even carry your last name on your social media handles. This is a screen grab I took this morning from Natasha Singh. If she ain't got the name, then me calling she Louis Snyder. Natasha Singh. She don't even want to put your last name on your Facebook page. Are you talking about my wife? She ain't even claiming you, brother. Look at there, Natasha A. Singh. You're the Louis. She ain't attached herself to you. Natasha, did you collect the because we care? Did you collect the uniform voucher? I'm just trying to find out. Right? I just trying to find out. Did you collect it for this youngster? Pamela, morning to you. Marcia Rodriguez, good morning. Right? Nazali, morning. Are you for real? You think my wife, after we married, official, give ring, pay for wedding, we live at home, still on social media by she maiden name? This I pass to you. But remember, big people don't really got enough respect for little children, you know. Right? But that's aside. My issue is with this post by Natasha. Right? I'm sorry for the people of Guyana and the Commonwealth citizens who wasted their vote with the PPP. So they should have given their vote to a fugitive offender. That's what you're suggesting. They should have given their vote. Look what Nkosi said. Nkosi is on this banner. Natasha, you should change your name to Stella. Oh no. Oh, oh God. I know some stupid people. I swear. Ed Kosey's an idiot. We can call her Stella from now. This is your new name, Natasha. Stella Sing Louis. Get this groove back. You know you think. You know you think, Stella. You groove up. Don't speed. Nobody affects with you. So the Guyanese and the Commonwealth citizens who voted should have voted for a fugitive offender. They should have voted for a party with no track record. They should have voted for a party that has form of MPs just like Stella Singh, aka Natasha Singh Lewis, who has no track record of accomplishing anything, putting forward any bills that were of any notoriety, nothing. Nothing. That's who they should have voted for. Or they probably should have voted for the AFC, who defunct. Guyanese, they do not care how they spend. What? Guyanese, they do not care how you spend your holidays, whether your children have food or not. But all of the friends, family will have the best. Sorry, we have to endure 5 more devastating years of this uncaring government. Act highlight. Natasha, that child that you keep in home as a husband, he got thing to eat? You're talking about people cheering and food like this? Natasha, Stella, come on. You have to do better. You have to do better. Weaponizing hardship is not leadership, Stella. Using people's holiday struggles and children's welfare as political ammunition is reckless and dishonest. Real concern means proposing solutions, not exploiting anxiety for clicks and sympathy. The claim that the government doesn't care is flatly false. Over the last 5 years, Guyanese families have benefited from cash grants and relief measures, removal and reduction of taxes on fuel and essential items, free tertiary education, expanded school feeding programs, record public sector wage increases. Natasha, what are you talking about? A government that does not care, does not constantly put money back into the pockets of the people. No, the friends and family narrative is old and unsupported. This is why I was asking specific questions to Tabitha. And then she turns and says, like, you're interested in the PNC. You're using PNC tactics. In some cases, you guys try to rewrite history. In some cases, you make statements with no evidence to back it up. Nothing. We win elections, no evidence. Muhammad was leading till Jacobson is the only people. No evidence to support it. No observer group, local or international. None of your observers, election scrutineers, in jump up at the police and say, look, the rabbit we. Not a word. Not a word. So, Natasha, Stella Singh Lewis, and Tabitha, you can't pretend that you're not what you are. Y'all are PNC. So you're using PNC tactics. Y'all are a part of the PNC machinery. You just brought it over to win. You understand? So again, I'm saying the friends and family narrative is old and unsupported, and it's a PNC tactic that Win is now using. This is a recycled talking point. The PNC, when they still use it. The PNC, when they use it, they don't come up with anything to support friends, family, and favorites. Natasha St. Louis, after leaving the PNC and going over to the Win party, uses it and still has nothing to support it. The leader of her party got government contracts at one point before he became disgraced and persona non grata across this country and the world. So that's not friends, family, and favorites. According to you, anybody who gets a contract is friends, family, and favorites. Right? So major national investments, roads, bridges, housing, health facilities, education. These things serve entire communities, not selective groups. When the government builds a new scheme, they can't just decide only PVP people moving in there. When the government builds a bridge, they can't decide, only the people that vote for the PVP using the new Demerara River Bridge, Barjadil Bridge. Right? When the government finishes off those big hospitals, the building in the regions, it's not for PVP people only. PVP members or PVP supporters or friends, family, and favorites of the PVP. Every single Guyanese has access to those facilities. The schools, same thing. You can't differentiate. It's not for a select group. So I don't understand the friends, family, and favorites thing. You've never heard a PVP minister, prime minister, vice president, president, I don't know, supporters all over the place or members. You've not seen somebody you can openly say, well, okay, that person associated with the PVP, saying, hey, we only giving jobs to our comrades. We only giving jobs to PVP people. We have an instance of that elsewhere. We have an instance of that elsewhere that we could lean on and look at to say, well, the PVP didn't say so, but another party said so. And where's the experience coming from in the Win party? Where's the know-how coming from? Where the persons with the experience in politics and governance, where they got their grooming from? Where they got their grooming from? So you understand? If benefits were limited to friends and family, millions, well, I can't say millions, a lot of Guyanese would be directly impacted by the exclusion. More so, a lot of Guyanese would not benefit from all those things I spoke about up there: roads, bridges, housing, healthcare, education. So, Natasha, you don't try to put your tactics on other people. You do your thing. Right? Now, understand. Natasha said the 5 years, the first term of President Ali was devastating. Those 5 years weren't devastating, Stella. They were stabilizing. This country, Guyana, emerged from a global pandemic, worldwide inflation, supply chain disruptions. Despite this, Guyana recorded strong economic growth, major infrastructure expansion, increased social spending. Devastation looks like decline. Guyana experienced expansion. What we get from people like Stella, Natasha St. Louis, they offer anger, not alternatives. Stella's post, Member of Parliament Stella St. Louis, post contains no policy, no plan, no cost alternative. Anger without a solution is not leadership. It's political theater, not even culture center. I talk in theater guild, small stage production. Small stage production. Holidays are not measured. Holidays aren't a measure of government. Government in bring up a Christmas policy or an Easter policy or a matrimony policy and them foolishness. And that's to show how jokey people like Natasha Tabitha and Don Hastings are. A responsible government focuses on long-term food security, jobs, infrastructure, education, and health. Serious leaders do not reduce governance to holiday spending narratives. I was talking to somebody last night, a popular person, I won't say is who, right? And the person was asking me about the cash grant and stuff. I said, man, realistically, it would be hard-pressed for a cash grant to get announced tomorrow and disbursed to every Guyanese before December 25th. I don't know why people being unrealistic. What I told them was, though, even if you don't get it for Christmas, you know at some point you will get it. Whether it's early next year, mid next year, you will get it. You know what the man turned and said to me? Some of them, when they get it next year, might glad they didn't get it for Christmas. Because most likely, you're going to spend it on some stupidness that's not building your life. Not everybody necessarily, but in my opinion, the majority of us would have wasted it on some stupidness. Liquor, something that not substantial. You understand? So when January comes, or whenever the cash grant is disbursed, and we as Guyanese have a more sober mind to probably look at how we could spend this money with sense. What's this? Would it need to stop, Sankar Lal? Tell me what it need to stop. I want to hear from you, Sankar Lal. Tell me what you need to stop. Anyway, like I was saying, a lot of persons will be glad that they didn't get it then. You understand? That money might either go and buy XM and Eldorado, and somebody end up driving home drunk and crashing up and missing the completely missing 2026. God forbid. So I am saying, wait, relax. Even if you don't get it for Christmas, you might get it for the new year, or you can get it at some other point in time. And I'm sure when we're not giddy about the Christmas season, we'll find better things to do with it. Use the money for other development. And well, okay. Sankar got a point. You understand? Sankar got a point. But a lot of Guyanese not gonna jump on board with you. Sankar saying that they should just use the cash grant money for more development. Good point, but still, because it's national patrimony, I guess the government feels obligated that they must do this to put something back directly into the hands of Guyanese. And I don't disagree with it. But you have a good point as well, Sankar, as well. Right? So again, government, there's no government policy that looks after holidays. Christmas, none of them. Right? Food security, jobs, infrastructure, education, health. Right? Guyanese voted for stability and not chaos. The people of this country, the majority of this country, chose economic certainty, institutional stability, and development continuity. That choice, Natasha Singh Lewis, aka Stella, getting her groove back, that choice was not wasted. It was deliberate. I will ask you, Stella, respect the electorate. Saying people wasted their vote is an insult to democracy. Guyanese voters are not foolish. They weighed the options and chose accordingly. Look around Beer Stupidness, PVP, they voted there. Dismissing their choice shows contempt for the people, Stella, not concern. Contempt for the people. Guyana needs solutions. Solutions like we're getting from President Ali and his administration. Not sorrow post. Leadership is not built on lies. It's built on facts, plans, and respect for the electorate. Not manufactured despair, Stella. Right? Not manufactured despair. Now, moving on. So, I noticed these photos on social media from the T. Mohammed's page, right? And Guyana continues to just amaze me. This is according to the post, a house allegedly owned by GWI. This is somebody, please. I don't know who, not GWI, COGWI. I don't know if it's his house for real. I don't know who lives here. I just saw the photos, right? I saw the photos online. I saw these photos online. Now, when I listen, so when I see things, I automatically get flashes, right? And sometimes it's hurt my head. So, if y'all remember, a short time ago, a young man got into some trouble for flying a drone over people's house, the property. We got another instance right here that we're looking at now. That young man got into trouble. So it's the same act that he got in trouble under, different rules. And that is where the problem is. Now, when I think he was attached to sheriff or something like that, when the young man allegedly flew the drone over, it was treated like a national security issue. Vehicle loads of people with weapons. Well, I don't think they had weapons then, but vehicle loads of people sympathetic to Azruddin Mohammed. He was in one of the vehicles as well. It was documented on social media. Right? For the same thing. Flying a drone over somebody's house, over Azruddin's house. Now, the page that is representative of Azruddin Mohammed, the fugitive offender member of parliament, is now posting aerial shots of other people's house. How are the police in finding out who fly the drone? This crew does the exact same thing, and suddenly it's nothing, nobody talking about this. That's not law. That's privilege rewriting reality. Just the other day, Odessa stood in front of the hostile and talked about selective democracy and selective implementation of the law. What is this? So it's privacy for the fugitive offender and surveillance for me or for whoever? So apparently, privacy is only sacred when the Mohammed's family is involved. When others are affected, privacy becomes optional. That's not principle. That's entitlement. You can't cry victim and then play vigilant. Well, vigilante. You can't claim fear, danger, and intrusion one day, then turn around and do the same thing to someone else the next. That's not concern. That's hypocrisy on full display. If drones are a threat, they're a threat to everyone. Either drones over private property are unacceptable or they aren't. Right? There's no middle ground called the Mohammed exception. It's either you could fly them over people's house or you can't. Simple as that. Right? Now, I want to say something to T. Mohammed. Power is not a permit. Power is not a permit. Wealth and influence don't come with a special operating license. No family gets to decide when the law applies and when it does not. The moment rules bend for people like Azruddin and his father and their drone operator, justice collapse. This is why people don't trust institutions. Where is the aviation authority? Who was operating this drone? Where did they get the photos from? Even if they said they download it off social media, where download it from? Let me find out who they're flying over the people them house. So it's selective outrage, selective enforcement, selective silence. This is how public confidence is destroyed, quietly and deliberately. So, Mr. Fugitive Offender, stop insulting people's intelligence. Guyanese are not blind. They see when outrage is convenient and when silence is strategic. Pretending this isn't hypocrisy only makes it worse. One simple question, I doubt they can answer. If it was wrong when it happened to you, why is it acceptable when you do it? No spin fixes that. No privilege erases that. And no silence hides it. The law cannot be weaponized when you are offended and ignored when you are exposed. Equality before the law does not stop at the gates of a mansion. So, for me personally, brother, I don't want to see those photos or those drone shots. What I want to see is the operator. You want to see the operator. Y'all look out for these things. Y'all seeing this on the screen here? Y'all seeing this? Let me show y'all big. So you see this person messaging here? Look out for these things. These here are scammers, right? Greetings to you from the Samsung desk. Why did you abandon your prize winnings package? Y'all stop. Listen, especially for the big people who might fall prey to this, these things are scams. Anything you see with Samsung messaging you directly and you win some prize or something, and you damn well know you enter no competition, just close them. Because they're gonna fleece you, right? Don't download nothing to send to you, nothing. Just close them. And more, what would be better is to block the people them so they can't have access to you, right? So they can't have access to you. Anyway, we moving on. Excuse me. We moving on. Aubrey again. So Aubrey says, when it was coming to the elections and they recognized they were behind in terms of policy position. What? Listen. So, firstly, let me just say to you, and I know some of y'all mightn't believe me. I saw this thing online, and the only part of this thing I read was the part which said the president, we will give 200,000 before Christmas. Right? That's the only part I read. And I said, man, all right, I can just talk about it. Now reading from the top. So Aubrey Norton is sitting with a plain, dry face and saying that the People's Progressive Party going into the 2025 elections did not have policy positions. What? You mistaken the PP for the AFC or the ABNU or WIN or forward movement? What? So you're saying that your party had more policy positions than the PPP going into the elections? How nobody don't challenge these people about these things at the press conference themselves? Tell us some of them. Because we seem to forget. So when it was coming up to the elections and they recognized that they were behind it in terms of policy positions, etc., they ran out and said, in the style of the president, we will give 200,000 before Christmas. For him, it was an elections campaign gimmick. But for the people of Guyana, it was a promise. The government is very bare-faced. Well, if the government bare-faced, you ain't got no face. It's just when we look at you, we see the back of your head. From the front. If the government bare-faced, you ain't got no face, brother. You ain't got no face. At no point on the campaign trail. At no point on the campaign trail did President Ali mention $200,000. At no point. At not a single point. and I'll use a term that Aubrey likes to use, without fear of successful contradiction. Aubrey Norton, I'm asking for the PNC, the APNU, and whatever other little parties y'all have in there, produce the video footage. It is out there. All them campaign, all them rally, them things out there. Produce the footage where President Ali said $200,000 before Christmas. Never did. At no point, never did. I don't think there's any PPP official who said the cash grant will be this amount. Nobody said anything. The vice president would have said it will be more than the last cash grant, which was $100,000. That was said. It will be more. Right? Now, coming down to the middle part of this thing, I want y'all to understand, right? This is the only thing that the PNC could say, and mind you, it's not even the first 6 months of President Ali's second term. So they can't give you examples of promises made from 2020 to 2025 that weren't delivered. Because they were. All the promises made during that elections campaign, 2020 elections campaign, all of those promises were delivered and much more. So imagine how desperate and unimaginative you have to be to grasp as an undelivered promise, less than 6 months into the second term, the cash grant. Wow. The irrelevance of this group is fascinating. Honest to God, it's fascinating. They can't run out and holler the government fail in no other way. They can't. Because at the end of the day, however they say the government failed, this administration's failure is 1,000 times more than what was done under the administration where Aubrey Norton was a part of. So this is their smoking gun. To lie to the people that President Ali said anything but $200,000. And to make it seem like we are on the last 2 months of President Ali's presidency. So when December 31st come, that's the end of President Ali. So you only have no cash grant to get no more. Because there's a new president coming in. And his policy is different. That's the stupidity that you get from these guys. Imagine we are not 6 months in to President Ali's first term. And they already have, oh, promises broken. No cash grant. Too good. Y'all for real? Are y'all for real? How many cash grants were given out under the AP and UAFC? How many new secondary schools were built? How many new hospitals? How many new housing schemes? These people are monumental failures. And you are coming here to judge people who have been performing. It's like two bodybuilders. One natural, working hard in the gym every day, and one on steroids. So as soon as he lift a little weight, poof, he big. And the one on steroids now coming to talk to the one who natural to say, oh, you muscles looking so small, man. Like, what you doing, man? How you looking so? How you could talk to me? Look, you condition to me. What you talking about? Look, I don't understand it. That administration has no accomplishments that they can shout about. None. Policy, infrastructure, nothing they could shout about. and always heaping, hemming and hollering over the Irfan Ali administration when there's nothing in their tenure that you can compare it to in magnitude. Nothing. Plus, watch me by face. Watch me by face. Jesus. Why did you start? This is not my photo. I borrowed this photo from a news agency. Watch me by face. Watch me by face. It's like, oh gosh, this man is like somebody who destroying something from within and just don't care because they don't see where they're going wrong. Private number again. Anyway, guys are wrapping up the show. People don't start calling on private, so I guess they go on to call. Give views. I ain't taking calls this morning. We gotta do some revamping on the studio again. You know, to get things how we want them. We're still doing some work. I see Elson Lowe the other day. He's still a comedian. Look. Anyway, look, I am done. I am done. These guys. Boy. Listen, y'all have a wonderful day. Again, we're supposed to be having the Minister of Education on this week. We're gonna probably try to confirm the dates today. So we can let you know and you let everybody know so everyone can tune in and hear from the Honorable Minister Sonia Bragg on how education has been advancing since she's taken the helm of the education ministry and the launching of the Guyana Digital School and all the other things that have been happening in education since we would have come out of the election cycle. And it's back to cricket for the government, back to cricket, back to working for the people of the country, trying to ensure that Guyana continues to be placed on the map and recognized around the world, you know. Anyway, guys, that's all for me today. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please be safe on the roadways. If you're going out Christmas shopping, if you guys are going out Christmas shopping, try to carpool, right? Everybody need to be in the capital city with a car. If you got bike, ride it. Or, I guess if you got stuff to fetch and you can't ride, park on the outskirts of the city in a safe location. Don't let your car in everywhere and then next year you come back and, you understand? Find some place safe to park, and that's something somebody should do, like during like holidays and certain times. You know, if you have like a facility somewhere in the city, empty lot, well, it should need to get concrete and thing, but you have places where you could go and park and just walk and bring stuff back there, so everybody just drive around like they're heading good. That's something I noticed in Trinidad, like certain parts of Port of Spain. If you go, they got like a lot that you could just park there, go shop, come back, get your vehicle, and go your way. Anyway, like I said, I'm out of here. Y'all continue to be good Guyanese. And as I usually say, before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one man.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, country. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue saki, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.